If y'all thought the results from last month's No Buy 2025 was shocking, wait until you hear our results for February.
Making it brighter, right through the gray.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. If you are new, thanks so much for clicking on this video. Today we are going over our monthly recap for our No Buy 2025 for the month of February. I was a little worried, to be honest with y'all, going into this video and going into the results, looking at my statements and stuff, because I feel like we spent, even though I'm really being cognizant of not spending money, I feel like we had a little bumps in the road this month as far as unexpected things that came up. And I really thought that don't look at my statements from last year until I sit down to do this. So I don't have any expectation of what I should be doing in the month. I'm just really focusing on my rules and everything. And then we compare, and it's so mind blowing. I swear, when I look at the statements from last year, I'm like, what was I even doing? And looking at all the itemized spending, it's like, wow, we definitely needed this for this year, and we definitely needed to work on some of our ways. And I'm so glad I made this leap in doing it. So I'm gonna go right into what I've been doing for these videos, is going over temptations for the month and talking with y'all about that. I know a lot of y'all are doing this with me, and I know a lot of y'all have the same feel, so I feel like we can relate on this, talking about it. Realizations for this month, any worries I have going into the month of April, and then y'all's favorite, which is just so mind-blowing, so stay tuned, our savings from last February 2024 to this month in comparison, overall statement comparison, and then overall grocery savings. And then I will tell y'all how much I've saved in the past 2 months already. Craziness. So what I've been doing, if you are new, is I make a monthly calendar, and I have it color coded by pink is gifts. If I need to buy any gifts for birthday parties, whatever. Boys needs, I mean, obviously we have kids and things arise and come up and they need things. So that is going to be a expenditure. Essentials. So essentials meaning I have to get this. In our eyes, it is something that is a definite need. Our yellow is our no spend day. So look at my colors here. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 28 absolute no spend days. So I will take it. Happy with that. Blue is our out to eat, our trips, and I am happy to say that we, out of the month, only 3 blues, meaning out to eat of any kind. That is insane and awesome. And then green is our grocery days, nails, our massages. So obviously lots of greens because we go and get groceries every week, and I go to multiple stores over a course of days. So there's that. So we also have our absolute no's that we cannot buy. I'm not going to go over that going forward every single month because they're not changing. And if you've been watching the videos, I don't want to bore you with that. So go watch my initial No Buy 2025 video. I'll link it up above and down below for y'all if you were new. And our use up first and our declutter goals, I will go over with y'all. So my declutter goals for the month of February were to declutter and clean the vanity makeup area for me. I just posted that part 1 video. So a part 2 will be coming in March at some time. And then the boys' bedroom and closet area, y'all, I have been meaning to do that for over a year. I bought the stuff to do it last year. It's just something I keep putting off and I'm dreading doing, but it definitely needs to get done. I have it set for March. I don't know if it's gonna get done for March, but I am going to do my best to try. And if not, that's okay. Like I keep telling y'all in the declutter and cleaning videos, as long as you are doing something, it's better than nothing, right? Then having a goal and knowing that you need to get it crossed off your list is good too, versus just not even having it in your arsenal or in your radar, you know? So let's talk about our temptations. So just like last month, crazy, and I'm realizing this by being cognizant of documenting all this, is that our temptations from the Buff Bunny launch, so far, they're doing a launch every month. So that just goes to show you, if you are an addict to that, how much you can be spending a year, because they're doing a launch basically so far every month. And that's a ton of money you're dropping every month on activewear if you are a Buff Bunny addict like myself. And again, I wasn't really crazy about this launch, so it wasn't too terrible. I got something floating. But they did have a couple of bras. I was like, ooh, new ones that I wanted to try, because doing my declutter, I'm wearing the same bras over and over and over. And I've had a lot of this stuff for a long time too, and it's starting to get worn, no lie. So I will have to replenish and re-up some stuff at some point, but I'm really trying to not and wear it out while I can. Other temptations is I'm the person that will have total FOMO, fear of missing out, of trying a brand new, spanking new product. Who is with me? Like if something new comes out, it's like, I gotta buy it, I gotta try it. And then it usually winds up being trash, no lie. But I am that person that if I hear somebody talking about it, because they're probably getting sponsored and paid to talk about it, it's trash and they know it, struggles with the temptations and the influencing online. And I don't do that to you guys. If it's good, I tell you. If it's trash, I tell you. So I think that's why a lot of you guys appreciate my reviews, because I keep it straight up and I don't care about a cha-ching, but I am that person that gets sucked into that. So I'm still really trying hard not to, and I've been good, not falling into the trap, but I'm just letting you guys know I'm still struggling with it, okay? Another thing I've been doing that has been helping, if you are a shopping addict like myself, an impulse shopping addict, that's my problem. It's not that I'm a shopping addict, it's impulse and online, again, influencing, going straight to the place and buying it because somebody said it was the greatest, latest. That's me. Not going in store and having to buy anything, it's the online shit. I really need to just turn my phone off, to be honest with y'all. But I'm adding things to my cart, like my Amazon cart, especially if I follow people that have the links and they say it's the greatest. And I'm like, ooh, that's really awesome. That's really cute. I will add it to my cart. I'm not gonna buy it. I've told myself, you can add it to your cart, girl, but you ain't buying it on this no buy, right? I will add it to my cart and I will leave it there. I will just leave it there because I'm not buying it, right? And I will go back and look at my cart like days later. I'm like, that's trash. Like, what was I even thinking in the moment? Delete and take it out of my cart, even though I'm not buying it, But I'm just finding that impulse is my problem. And because I'm being influenced by somebody that maybe has the outfit on, they look cute, whatever, okay? I know it's a problem, but I know I'm not the only one in there. But it's helping to add it, so I kind of get that like feeling, that dopamine, that rush by doing it, but I'm not actually spending any money and buying it and realizing later that, wow, I'm glad I didn't buy it because I really didn't like it to begin with, and taking it out the cart. So I know that sounds silly maybe, and if it is, whatever, but it's helping me, so maybe that might help you if you were in the same boat as me. So that's my temptations for the month of February. We did have some things come up. I like to write on here in the squares on days that I spend money, like what I actually spent money on, so I can remember versus having to go to my statement. It helps me to be able to look at this. I'm a paper pencil list type of gal. So for me, I had to get some dental work on the 19th, so that was unexpected, $150. Not terrible, but again, it's $150 I didn't plan on spending. And there was one day where we had to go and get $11. I wrote it down and I added it in the weekly grocery budget, $11.20 on some like milk and a couple of extra things we ran out of that I didn't have in my grocery haul previously, so I added that to the total as well. But overall, it was a normal month as far as getting gas, getting my nails done. Those are essentials to me personally. I had to get a haircut this month, and a couple of things I did buy off of Amazon. Not a ton. I feel like I'm only buying off of Amazon maybe once or twice a month, where I was buying probably daily before, especially when you hear this monthly total difference. Insane in the membrane. Let's talk about some realizations for the month. So the groceries, let's talk about the groceries. We are all feeling these prices. I feel like they are just going up and up and up, and it is such a freaking struggle. I wrote down that my grocery budget is getting harder to stick to, and a lot of people have been telling me, hey, you've been going over your grocery budget a few dollars. Last week I went over 20 bucks. Maybe you need to increase your budget. In my head and the way my brain works, if I increase my grocery budget, then I'm going to just buy more because now I have more flexibility and more room to do so. So by keeping me at that $150 a week, it's really challenging me and pushing me to get as close to it as possible. If I go over it a little bit because of some things that I absolutely need, I don't mind that. I'm not buying excess stuff. You guys know I'm not buying things we don't absolutely need. I'm being really cognizant and strict with that. So I don't mind going over a few dollars, but if I raise it, I know I'm just gonna let myself buy more, and I don't want to do that. So I'm sticking with the $150 weekly budget just because it's pushing me to stay as close to that as possible. I mentioned to y'all that if there are weeks where I have like a moment where I can get some deals on some proteins and stuff, especially because we are flying through the stuff because I don't have a back stock when we started this no buy of proteins, unfortunately. So I do want to take a week, if there is a week, to really stock up our freezer. And if that means going over the budget by $50 or whatever, I'm gonna do that because it's gonna save us on our budget in the long run. So I'm not going to mess with the budget, but I'm just letting you guys know that with these prices, I just feel like it is getting really hard to stick to the budget. Even off-brand things are pricey. I'm looking at some products and I'm like, why is that $5? I don't understand it. And it's really, really hard. And I feel you guys out there, we are all struggling together. So if we can get ideas and motivation from each other on how to have a grocery budget and how to stick to that budget per week, that's what we're trying to do on the grocery hauls that post on Wednesday, and with y'all's comments with what you're eating on meal plan and tips and tricks yourself. The kids being home more, they were out that whole week for the Snowmageddon, which was unexpected. They are out starting tomorrow for the whole week of Mardi Gras. And you guys know when the kids are home more, that means more groceries are eaten than when they're at school. So that definitely does not help with the budget too. So I have to keep that in mind, especially going into summer. We're gonna have to get creative with the grocery budget and meals and stuff because they will be home 24/7, and that's definitely going to make me have to buy more quantity of certain items because they are going to be home. Also, the shred coming up is, I have to keep that in mind with the budget because I need more specialty items when you're in a calorie deficit, in my opinion anyway, to make it doable, livable, and enjoyable. Okay, you definitely can do any part of the journey on a strict budget, but for me, if I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna do this long one, I want it to be as least sucky as possible. And by having certain foods in my arsenal, that's going to help me, and I'm definitely going to incorporate those. So that's going to hike the budget up at some point with buying those things. I'm trying to incorporate things, as you know, if you've been watching the grocery hauls a little bit, until we get there. So I'm not buying it all in 1 week and it being hella expensive. And that seems to be helping. So that might be a little tip for you guys as well, to try to incorporate 1 or 2 higher priced items in your overall grocery haul to have, but not it be so much money at one time. I'm also trying to give myself grace when it comes to the grocery budget because if I'm buying, like I said earlier, a lot of proteins and stuff on sale, if it makes sense what I'm doing, I'm giving myself grace and not being like, oh my gosh, I failed because I didn't hit my budget. It's okay, especially if we're getting close to that budget. I feel like I'm winning coming from where I did come, y'all. We're making leaps and bounds over here. Let's talk about our March worries of the month upcoming, anything that might be worrying me as far as budget concerned. I don't have any worries for the month of March. I do have worries for the month of April, which we'll talk about in next month's video. But I think that we should be good for the month of March. It is a little bit of a longer month. And as far as holidays and stuff, we do have this week of Mardi Gras, which is gonna maybe affect our grocery budget a little bit. But other than that, there's really not much going on as far as trips or anything like that. For this month, April, we got a lot going on. And then, like I said, some things that might be worrisome for the budget, but we'll talk about that and we'll cross that road when we get there. Okay, are we ready to reveal what we spent on groceries, how much we saved on groceries comparing to last month or last year's February, and also our overall statement to statement difference? Y'all, mind blowing. So this month, for February, we spent a total on groceries for the entire month, including that little extra trip of $11.20, $632.96 for the month of February. Again, I think that was pretty comparable to last month. We spent a little bit less, but again, a couple of days extra, not by much. Last month, if you watch that video, we spent $707, $632. So that seems pretty on par with what we're spending. And I feel like I spent a little bit more this month than I did last month overall in the totals. I don't know, but I'm not mad about that. And that's with buying basically the bare minimum that we need, not buying a lot of extras. So happy with that. When we compared our February 2024 groceries to February 2025 groceries, we had a difference of $770.19 in my favor. 2024 February on groceries, I spent a little over $1,400 on groceries. That is crazy, but I can see it, right? With the prices, and they're even more now, with not being on a budget like I was and not adhering to one and just buying whatever I wanted. It's easy to do, right? It's very easy to do. So that sounds like a huge number, and it is. But with the way things are, it's very easy to do when you're not being mindful of it. So there's that. $770 I saved on groceries. Craziness. Let's talk about how much we saved overall, month to month. So from February 2024 statement comparing to February 2025 statement, drum roll please. We saved $1,206.62 in my favor. Now that's how much we saved for the month of February comparing. When I looked at my statement balance from 2024 to this one, I could not believe it. I literally had to do a double take. I literally had to click and make sure it was all right. I was like, what the hell did I spend? And when I went down, like I said, the itemized items, it's just nuts how much I was just mindlessly spending on things. Amazon killing me, Walmart trips excessive, Target trips excessive. We've come a long way. So I am so thrilled with those results thus far. And then our 2025 savings to date for both months, we have saved overall so far a total of $2,180.95. I mean, that is a trip right there in just 2 months, a vacation right there that we could go on. That's some big ticket item around the house that we could buy and purchase, you know? So it is just so nice, such a great feeling knowing that we are not just blowing money and it going to places we don't even know, don't even realize, and it's staying in our own freaking pocket. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. We're doing one of these every single month to let you guys know if we're sticking to plan, what we're getting accomplished, and what we're saving. So if you enjoy them, give it a thumbs up. That helps me out so much. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you. We're doing these budget grocery hauls, monthly updates. I do an empty showing you what I'm going through. We will be doing weekly vlogs when I start to shred. I know a lot of my fitness journey people are missing that side, so that's going to be coming back. So if you like that type of thing, that will be coming. So we got the cleaning videos, organization videos, all the things. We got lots of stuff here. So if you're new, you want to stick around. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope that y'all are still sticking to your No Buy 2025. Even if you've had some bumps in the road or fallen off, guys, with your fitness journey, it's the same thing. Just get back on the saddle, y'all. You don't have to just throw in the towel because something happened. It's how you react that matters most. And if you're doing something that is 1% better than what you were doing, and anything that you're doing, especially for your No Buy 2025 and saving, is gonna help you in the overall month and the overall long run. Proof is in the pudding with me showing you guys these monthly statements, differences, all the things. So you just gotta keep trucking forward, guys. Never perfect. I'm not perfect at this either, but I'm definitely better than I was, and that's the entire goal. I love you guys so much. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.